We begin tonight with the fourth suspected homicide at a state prison in just 5 weeks. Welcome to 7 News Detroit at 6. I'm Carolyn Clifford.
And I'm Mike Duffy. Tonight, the 7 investigators are revealing what experts say is an alarming trend that could end up costing taxpayers.
The suspected homicides are happening in prisons throughout the state, including some that are struggling with significant staffing shortages.
We don't normally broadcast mugshots, but because the inmates in this story may be victims of crimes themselves, we are showing you their faces.
Here is 7 investigator Ross Jones.
Just a month ago, the Department of Corrections touted its Safe Prisons Initiative, new programs, training, and technology that would help improve safety and security inside Michigan's prisons. So why has an inmate died nearly every week since, with each death investigated as a homicide?
It's a very high number.
Margot Schlanger is a law professor at the University of Michigan and an expert in jail and prison reforms who tracks the numbers. The state reported just 1 homicide last year. The last time it saw this many was all of 2024.
What questions should they be asking right now if they aren't already?
They should really be thinking about each one individually and collectively. What happened? What caused it? What could have prevented it? Are there policies or practices that contributed?
The first inmate to die was Joshua McGehee on March 27th at the Bellamy Creek Correctional Facility in Ionia. 12 days later, Ronald Bishop died at the Central Michigan Prison, and a week later, Colton Mitchell died at the Chippewa Correctional Facility in the UP. The most recent death came last week at Macomb Correctional when Daniel Hausmer was killed.
There is a pretty big staff shortage right now in the Michigan Department of Corrections, and so you might think that that might be a contributing cause.
State data shows that 2 of the suspected homicides took place at prisons where staff vacancies are high. The Bellamy Creek Prison reports more than 22% of positions are vacant, while the Chippewa Correctional Facility reports an almost 30% vacancy rate there.
It's possible that whatever is the some underlying root causes are common across the different facilities.
Inmates in the state prison system aren't waiting for their court date. They've already been convicted, and often the crimes are heinous, involving drugs and firearms, unarmed robbery, or sex crimes against children. But regardless of how you may feel about an inmate, the state has a legal responsibility for their safety. And when inmates die, it can cost taxpayers significantly. 2 years ago, Wayne County paid out one of the largest settlements in its history after we revealed how the jail paired Thomas Carr, a man serving a sentence for a DUI, with an inmate with a history of violence and severe mental illness. Carr was beaten to death for hours, and taxpayers paid out $7 million to settle his family's lawsuit.
The state does need to worry about liability, and how would it rather spend its money on liability for a preventable death or on preventing the death?
Well, in a statement, the Department of Corrections says it is committed to working with Michigan State Police as their investigations continue, and they will assist with any prosecutions that might result. You can read their full statement right now at our website, WXYZ.com. But it'd be one thing if all these deaths were happening at one facility. They're happening across the state at about the same time. That's what's very unusual and frankly concerning about this. It raises questions about if there are systemic issues at play here, and that's what we've got to figure out.
And as you said, families, no matter what the crime is, they expect their loved ones to come home after they served their time.
And legally, the state is required to keep them safe reasonably, and if that doesn't happen, it can have serious dollars and cents consequences for the rest of us.
That is
$1 million, as we heard.
All right. Thank you, Ross.